Good morning. Um, this is Pastor Ron of the Fire and Rock Ministry of Praise speaking. I want to talk to you about the violence that's going on in this city of Toronto. I feel that I've never seen such devastation in this city. I mean, it's like we're becoming like a New York, like New York City, where people are hustling and bustling, and people are using weapons, guns, knives, whatever. And when I hear about these incidents about what's happening at the TTC, it's like, hey, we can't go travel the subway no more. We can't even get on the bus no more because we never know, somebody might do us in. And that's all about fear. Now, fear doesn't have to take over us. And many of us probably know that, because we know, especially Christians should know that we are children of God and we have nothing to worry about. We don't have to worry about fear. You see, fear, that's the devil's plan. But God's plan is that we have life and have it more abundantly. But with our voices being heard, and we let our MPs know, and we let the government know, and we let the police know that we're sick of it and we want a better city. And that's the only way things are going to get done. Now, I just want to tell you that it takes a lot of prayer and it takes a lot of works, because faith without works is dead. And what we're seeing today in our city is that it keeps going on. It keeps getting worse. Someone either getting shot at a gas station, or someone being stabbed with a needle downtown Toronto, or someone being put on fire at a subway station. And God help us all, because this is all because it's not just a psychological thing in the mind why people are doing this. It's because of the environment that is taking place. When you think about it, that many people are losing their jobs, the cost of living is rising above what we can handle, and then on top of that, we're all on the edge. We're all on the edge of what Russia has planned for the Ukraine people. So that takes a lot of stress, but the best thing we can do right now is be patient and keep our calm, keep our wits end. Don't let the devil think that, hey, you know what? You're all going to die, you're all going to burn, and you're not going to have no future. Let me tell you something. It's not up to the devil. It's not up to anyone except God. We don't have no control over the universe, and we have no control over society. But what we have to do is let our voices be heard. Let our voices be heard that there will be a change. There will somehow, in some way, be a change. and that we don't have to live in fear. We don't have to live in a darkness that's consuming us. You know, I know that this is supposed to be the seasons of greetings. This is supposed to be the season of joy because of the birth of Jesus Christ. But if you notice, there's been a black cloud. There's been some kind of black spirit just over hovering us in this city, where the joy unspeakable and full of glory is not there. And I tell you right now, the sad thing is that we're seeing it. Right? Now, as believers, we know that our Lord Jesus Christ is soon to come. So he's coming in the clouds, in the heavens. And he told us that when you see these things happening on the earth, look up and your redemption draweth nigh. And we know, as believers, only the ones who are connected with the spiritual realm, know that God is near. We know, but unfortunately, the wicked doesn't. You know, it's sad how our society has flipped upside down. It's sad how we have turned the truth into a lie and we've accepted everything and everyone. It's sad. You know, sometimes when you ask yourself, are we really safe? Am I really safe to take that bus? Am I really safe to get in that car? Am I really safe to go to the shopping mall or to a gas station? You are safe in God's protection. Because I'll tell you something right now. These crimes that are taking place is a spirit. Because the devil is angry. He is so angry right now, trust me. He's using everything and everyone to do his bidding because he knows that his time is short. And I tell you something. I'm not going to tell you about self-helps and self-motivation. I'm going to tell you the truth. And the truth is this. Have faith in God and trust in Him. Because a lot of us today, we're not trusting Him. We're trusting our own motives. We're trusting our own selves. You know, there's this... it's funny how people can say, oh, just close your eyes and breathe in and breathe out and use all these self-motivational help. You're a good person. You're a wonderful person. And everything's going to be fine and so on. You know, it's all great to have that. But you know what? What you really need is Jesus Christ. The world needs Jesus. The world needs God. And apparently the saddest thing is that our governments and certain groups out there don't want God. They don't even want religion. So my encouragement words to you is this, is that trust in God and have faith in Him. Have faith in Him. You know, one of the things I think about is all this mess that is taking place, all the mess on our streets, all the mess in our homes, all the mess in our schools, all the mess in our hospitals. And what can we do about it? Well, the first thing we have to do is just like taking a mop and a bucket of water and clean our floors. We've got to clean up the mess. We got to clean up the mess by putting our time and our effort to make a change. And the only way we're going to make a change is when we do something. We can sit at home and complain, and we can go home and get all worked up and get angry and mad and maybe don't even care. But the reality is that someone's got to do something about it. And as believers, we have to let our governments and those organizations saying enough is enough. Enough of the crime. Enough of the prejudice, enough of the bigotry, enough of all these things. And we got to say, look, what are you guys doing? What is the government doing to help us? What is the so-called, serve and protect, the police force? Are they helping us? What is our MPs doing? What is our Prime Minister doing? What is our Premier doing? What are those guys who are in charge doing? Because nobody wants to stop gun violence. That's the first thing. Everybody's saying everything is okay. We accept everything. Either you're straight or you're gay or whatever you are, we accept everything. And that's where the mess comes from. That's where the mess really comes from, when we as people of every race, every culture, we have a right to stand up and say, this is wrong. What are you guys doing about it? Stop making false promises. Stop saying, we're going to take care of this and we're going to do that. All I hear from Mr. John Tory, who people say your worship, which I think is totally blaspheming, all I hear from him is that we're going to make a better TTC system. We're going to make a better housing system. While people are sleeping on the street, people are begging for food, families are losing their kids, and all we care about is a stupid TTC system. Come on. I'm saying to myself this, and it saddens me in my heart. It saddens me to see that our beautiful city called Toronto has been spattered with blood. Spattered with blood. And there are those who are coming into this city, this nation of Canada, and mashing us up. And all we're doing is just saying, this person will be charged for manslaughter. This person will be charged. And that's it. A slap on the face. A slap on the wrist. Come on, people. Wake up. Wake up and stop putting a deaf ear. And stop being blind to the truth. We need to get back to God. We need to turn back to God, because that's the only way things are going to change. When we say to the government, listen, you have our taxes, you have our dollars, we work hard. Now, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about all this crime and this violence? What are you going to do about it? Because the only hope we have right now is we look up to our governments, because we have think about it. We have turned away from the church. Okay? We have turned away from the church because of all the immoral things that are going on. One day you hear about, all this sexual abuse and sexual assaults and so on. We can't trust our priests. We can't trust our preachers. We can't trust our coaches. We can't trust our teachers. Then who can we trust? Who can we trust? The only one, the only answer is God. That's it. The only answer is God. You may be watching this video and probably say, is this guy, is he a religious nut or whatever? No, I'm not a religious nut, but I'm serious. Because look at it very carefully. We are truly living in the last days. I don't know how many years we have left on this earth. But if we don't shape up, if our governments don't shape up, if we don't start doing what is right, then there's nobody going to be on this earth. I'll tell you right now. And it won't be no nuclear bomb. It won't be no explosion, a mushroom cloud, and what have you. No, it will be our own destruction. We destroy the forests, we destroy the waters, we destroy our animals, we destroy people. Nobody's going to be around. No one. So, I could tell you, hey, you know what? There's a better tomorrow. Okay, all we have to do is breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, close your eyes and meditate on better things and beautiful things and all that. And you can go live in your fantasy world. You go live in your dream world. But the reality is, everything is coming to pass. And if we don't take a stand, if we just get off our high cloud and start looking and start saying, I can make a difference, then we're going to see something change. Then we're going to see something's got to change. Something's got to change. Something's got to change. And we can have a better tomorrow. So my words are this. My words are this is that trust in God. Turn back to Him. And I'm not telling you this, to change your ways. I'm telling you that face reality. There is a God. And let's tell our governments enough is enough. Anyway, those are my few words I have to say about what's going on. And I pray you all take care of yourselves. And I pray that you be blessed. Bye for now.